Pakistan. Shelling has once again begun in the Uri sector across the line of control. One has been confirmed dead, unfortunately, from our side, several injured in the Pakistan shelling. The shelling started again in Uri after a gap a few hours late last night. That's the latest information, viewers, that we are getting in right now, that once again shelling has begun on the LOC, where heavy artillery shelling. Pakistan continues to use heavy artillery. India responding proportionately, but word coming in that one civilian casualty, collateral right now, is what we have been given to believe, as well as the shelling continuing. There was a fair amount of gap for a couple of hours late last night, but early this morning, heavy shelling in Uri has begun again from across the border. It's been a night of escalation, retaliation. Viewers, there's been a lot that has happened through the course of the last 12 hours. Trust India Today to get you the latest that is coming in. It all started late, viewers, at about 8:30 at night, where Pakistan escalated in terms of the attack on the escalation matrix, attacking civilian installations in India as well as military installations in India. Swarm drones were sent across by Pakistan, each of them shot down. There were fighter jets used, there were missiles used, where civilian installation targets Jammu, Srinagar, Pathankot, Udhampur. There were sirens in Amritsar, Chandigarh. All of that. We're going to continue to get you more, of course. Then later, after India repelled, 3 Pakistan fighter jets were shot down. India thwarted the attempt of Pakistan. There has been, at least for now, with what we can tell our viewers, no casualty reported late last night in Pakistan's escalatory attack on India. And one must underline the escalatory attack by Pakistan, because once again, India's hand was forced to proportionately counter-attack Pakistan. We've hit Lahore. We're going to continue to get our viewers more with all that's coming in, but I want to cut across to my colleague Shivani Sharma. Viewers, this morning we're not going to be giving out details of where our reporters are. Primarily, it's an ongoing operation to safeguard the safety of our reporters, but also, importantly, to safeguard the urgency and the sensitivity of the situation in terms of as this is an ongoing operation. I want to cut across immediately to Shivani Sharma, who's going to take us through the chronology of the night on what really took place, at what point of time, where we stand right now. What we've been given to believe, Shivani, that in the Uri sector, after a gap of a couple of hours, heavy shelling has once again began. We've lost one civilian life. What more can you add?
Preeti, it's been almost 12 hours then when this operation started, after Pakistan tried to intrude, in fact, with the drones in multiple areas on the western sector, starting from Jammu when the sirens were alert, and these drones were neutralized by the Indian Army's robust air defense system, not only in Jammu city, but in a lot of places, the RS Pura sector, in Punjab's Amritsar also, Srinagar was also on a high alert. And what we are getting through the sources, that through the night, not only the shelling has been going on with the gaps, but in the international border area, also in Jaisalmer, in fact, Preeti, there were drones that were directed towards India. They were all countered. There is no loss of life that has been reported in this drone action by Pakistan. But due to shelling, there are casualties, and one casualty has been reported alone in the Uri sector. Many have been injured. We could hear the ambulances moving through the night in this whole area of line of control. What we are also hearing, that India has already hit Lahore and multiple cities in Pakistan. This is an ongoing operation, Preeti. All the 3 services, the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force, the Indian Navy, are in action right now, even as we speak. But in these operations, so far, there's no casualty due to these drone attacks that have been directed towards India by Pakistan. And the systems that have been in use have been the robust multi-layered air defense systems besides the S-400s that have been defending the Indian skies since yesterday, Preeti.
Right.
There have been Shilka guns that have been put in place. There are Zoo guns that have been put
Shivani,
in place.
reflect on this.
L-70
Okay, the
guns.
latest visuals that we're getting on our television screen coming from Kupwara of those who've been injured, taken to the hospital. Viewers, Pakistan has escalated, the conflict on the escalation ladder to a completely different level of what it did late last night. These visuals were recorded in Kupwara. We're going to get you also of the injured who've been taken to the hospital. One civilian life lost in Uri. But Shivani, before I cut across to our other reporters, give us an understanding. India proportionately responding in the middle of the night to Pakistan's assault, which was mostly thwarted, is what we've been given to understand. We're going to be waiting for a press conference by the Ministry of External Affairs to brief not just India and the world on what exactly went down late last night. But what we know right now, what we can confirm, Shivani, that India downed 3 jets of Pakistan. The swarm attacks of drones was thwarted, completely repelled. On the other hand, missiles were used by Pakistan, fighter jets were used by Pakistan, and on target were not just military establishment. They also attempted at least to attack civilian establishments like the Jammu airstrip, the entire western front. The 2,000-kilometer border has been lit through the course of the night at the back of what Pakistan tried to embark on last night, and then, of course, India giving out a proportionate response. All right, we're getting a news break right now that is coming in. When Pakistan, yesterday night, when Pakistan made failed attempts to send swarm drones all across various places along the line of control and international border, over 50 drones were successfully neutralized during a large-scale counter-drone operation conducted by the Indian air defense units in the areas of Udhampur, Samba, Jammu, Akhnur, Nagrota, Pathankot area. The engagement involved extensive use of L-70 guns, Zeus 23mm, Shilka systems and other advanced counter-UAS equipment demonstrated by the Army's robust capability to counter aerial threats. All of that's coming up, but I want to cut across back to Shivani before we go to Dev Ankur as well. But Shivani, take us through on the action that India has taken. Of course, our exemplary air defense systems repelled the drone attacks successfully. 3 fighter jets have been downed of Pakistan by India. We have a POW, of course, as per the Geneva Convention. We are not giving out the details, but give us the latest.
Preeti, there are more than 50 drones that have already been neutralized by the robust defense system of India. That includes the S-400s, the Shilka guns, the Zeus 23 guns, and much more out there. The unmanned counter-air defense systems are at place. They have been neutralizing each and every drone that has been coming into India's aerial space. And these are all inputs that have been given through the sources. There are a lot more inputs, but we are reporting responsibly. Preeti, we don't want to speculate, but whatever has been confirmed, we are reporting to our viewers. There are multiple air assets of Pakistan that have been neutralized. The prisoner of war is in captivity. We do not want to give out the details of which, where and how he has been captured. But what is more important is, Preeti, that Pakistan has been escalating through the night on multiple locations on the western border, including Rajasthan, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, the line of control. And it has been targeting not only Jammu area, but also Srinagar, where there are unconfirmed reports of the drones that have been neutralized in that region too. So this is an escalatory attempt by Pakistan to which Indian armed forces are responding in a proportionate manner. Remember, this is an operation that has been started by Pakistan, the escalation that started, but Indian Army, Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force are in action to respond and to keep the Indian zone and Indians